Taylor, I've noticed you're trying to bring like a lot of stuff back, like a lot of stuff I used to do back into the show here. Updates. Wasn't thinking that was going to be one of them, but here we are. I'm doing updates again, and I'm only doing them for the end finally. But I am told that you have a Stugotz of the Day, which used to be one of my favorite segments. So you do have a Stugotz of the Day today?
Yes, I do.
Okay, so who is today's Stugotz of the Day?
So the Stugotz of the Day revolves around U.S. soccer.
Right.
There's a ton of infighting right now. The U.S. men's national team is a complete mess. Landon Donovan, U.S. soccer legend, is mad at Christian Pulisic for sitting out of these games for the U.S. soccer team, saying like, hey, you got to get ready for the World Cup. You can't be sitting out. But now people are coming out, the Clint Dempsey's, Christian Pulisic's dad, saying, hey, Landon Donovan, you sat out in 2014. Why are you telling my son you can't sit out? So,
Stugotz of the Day. Landon Donovan is telling a guy not to sit out when he himself sat out.
He took a hiatus. Yes.
That is great. That is rich, Landon Donovan. That is well done also by Landon Donovan. Congratulations on winning today's Stugotz of the Day. I have told people forever that men's soccer in this country is dead. It is dead. They'll never be good. They lost to Switzerland 4-0. It was a friendly. I don't like a friendly. I don't know why we call it a friendly. No one cares about soccer in the United States. We don't. No one cares about men's soccer. Let me tell you about what happens to boys as they're growing up playing sports. They start off playing soccer. I played soccer, okay? They're bored to tears out there. The game is hard. You got to be in great shape. They're bored. They never get the ball. No one ever scores. And kids say to themselves as they get older and they get wiser, hey, if I'm going to sit out here, sweat in the sun, 95-degree heat, and be bored, I might as well play baseball and make hundreds of millions of dollars. So why would I play soccer and be bored and make nothing when I could play baseball, be bored, and make hundreds of millions of dollars? Kids don't want to play soccer. Kids in the United States do not want to play soccer. Kids in the United States, they grow up dreaming of being Michael Jordan. They grow up dreaming of being the next Barry Bonds. They don't grow up dreaming of being the next Diego Maradona. I mean, that's not what they're doing. Did I say his name correctly?
Yeah, he gave it a good attempt.
But you get my point. They don't grow up thinking, hey, I'm going to be the next Shep Messing or Giorgio Canalias. You know what I'm saying? They want to be the best football. They want to be Josh Allen. They want to be Patrick Mahomes. They want to be Mike Trout. They want to be Shea Gilgeous-Alexander. That's what they want to be. They don't want to be a soccer player. Not one of them. Soccer will men's soccer, because women's soccer has worked and no one is better at it. We are the best, okay? But women's soccer, they're fantastic. Men's soccer, awful. Awful. No one cares. And the fact that Christian Pulisic comes out and defends men's soccer, saying it was a friendly 4-0, we're ready for the World Cup. And let me tell you about the World Cup. The World Cup is here next year. And the only reason the U.S. is getting into the World Cup is because we're the host country. And if the United States truly cared about soccer, if they truly cared about this sport, they would remove themselves from next year's World Cup. They would. They would allow a better team to get in, a team that a country that cares about soccer, fans who care about soccer, players who are actually good at soccer. We're not good at soccer. Soccer is dead in the United States. People have been trying to make this argument since I was 4 years old. I'm serious. You had the Cosmos in New York. You had the New York Arrows in New York. You had Steve Jungle. You had Shep Messing. You had Giorgio Canalia. I just love saying that name. It's a tough name, and I can pronounce it. How about that? We didn't care then. We don't care now. And we're never going to care. You want to know why we don't care? Okay? This is why we don't care. The two biggest goals in the history of U.S. men's soccer was a goal by Landon Donovan, the Stugotz of the Day, that got them to the quarterfinals. The other biggest goal, perhaps the biggest goal in the history of U.S. men's soccer, was off a man's penis.